So the most important question is whether mind-independent moral properties and facts exist. And this is the metaphysical debate between moral realism and moral anti-realism. So moral realism says that moral properties like good and bad do exist objectively, mind-independently, out there in the world, whereas moral anti-realism says these properties don't exist. But within moral realism, you've got the debate between moral naturalism and moral non-naturalism. And this is the debate about what kind of properties these mind-independent moral properties are. So moral naturalism says that moral properties are natural properties, that something like good or bad could be reduced to a simpler property that can be observed and measured. In contrast, moral non-naturalism says that moral properties like good and bad can't be reduced to anything simpler. So those are the two moral realist theories. However, the moral anti-realists say that mind-independent moral properties don't exist. And within moral anti-realism, you've got the debate between error theory and non-cognitivism. So error theory, like the two realist theories, is a cognitivist theory. In other words, error theory says that moral judgments like stealing is wrong are literal descriptions or beliefs, and so they are truth-apt. In other words, stealing is wrong is capable of being true or false. However, where moral naturalism and moral non-naturalism agree that stealing is wrong can be true, in the case of naturalism, it's true if it has this natural property of wrongness, whereas non-naturalism says stealing is wrong is true if it has this non-natural property of wrongness. Error theory says moral properties don't exist, and so although stealing is wrong is intended as a truth-apt description or belief, it's always going to be a false belief because the moral properties don't exist. That stealing is wrong is false because wrongness doesn't exist, or stealing is good is false because goodness doesn't exist. However, non-cognitivist theories reject this interpretation of moral language. Non-cognitivism says stealing is wrong and these other moral judgments are never intended to be truth-apt descriptions or beliefs. So for example, emotivism says that what people really mean when they say stealing is wrong is something like boo stealing. It's an expression of emotion, and this expression is neither true or false. Or prescriptivism, which is another form of non-cognitivism, says that stealing is wrong really means something like don't steal, it's an instruction, and don't steal is neither true or false as well.